Mic check, mic check. Y'all got audio? Alright, so something was wrong with the music track. I'm not sure what the fuck just happened there. That's kind of crazy. I'm having a bit of a fucking problem with TradingView right now, and it's not really good timing for this. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to work out a problem right now I'm having. 2 seconds. See if we can solve this. Come on. You crazy thing. Got a lot to talk about. One sec, guys. Give me a moment. Fuck. I don't have to wait. I still gotta see if I can clear this. What is the major malfunction right now? You get out of here. You're coming. Come on, save this shit. Don't care about you. You're done. This dude's giving me no ends of problems today. Why did you delete? Jesus age. Not sure what the fuck is happening right now. Alright, fuck it. I give up. I can't solve that. Whatever. Fuck you. Alright, I am ready. How's everybody doing this morning? You guys catch AOC last night? That was a hell of a fucking interesting conversation. She had some really good points that were brought out. You know, for a congresswoman to be in the middle of what was said last night was pretty astonishing. And for that to become publicly known, you know, some of the things we want to talk about concerning the situation that happened with GameStop and Robinhood and Citadel, you know, what was brought in that conversation was pretty amazing. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Damn, Pets, did you just buy 50 subs? Damn, he's trying to get y'all into education. So appreciate you, Pets, handing that out. Definitely make sure you watch this show. We cover a lot of stuff really accurately if you haven't noticed. So appreciate the subs, Pets. You the man. Shout out to some early morning bits from Hazar, Winter Trader, Bob Deck, Super Boo, JKS. Appreciate everybody. Got the hype train going early. Love it. Oh, we got mad shit in here. What you guys do? You guys are all crazy. Alright. Too late to catch it. Yeah, definitely worth a replay. We'll talk about some things that were mentioned in that stuff. And talk about some, you know, state of the market and some things right now. This is definitely one of those moments that you take a step back and get a sentiment read, you know, as to what's happening. This is like a pivotal thing that's being brought to mainstream's attention. You know, the nature of exactly Wall Street and their mechanics of coming after you. Most people have no idea. You know, when I train people in markets that you know are new to it, like what it takes to have a nuanced understanding of the mechanics of what goes on in here, can take you years. Most people, like your mom and dads and stuff that have like retirement accounts and 401ks, they have no idea of the internal market mechanics that goes on and what hedge funds are doing to basically, you know, transfer your value out of you and into their hands. Let me see if I can get the sound down a little bit. So it was an interesting conversation. One of the things I'd like to highlight that was said that was interesting was, you know, she had a lady named Goldstein on there that explained how Citadel was structured and that there's actually two Citadels. There's Citadel Securities. One of them is the market maker for Robinhood. So I'm going to explain some things about like what's happened in this industry that is really not known. Being in it 20 years, there's some things that have happened that have come to stocks that was really a thing that was in Forex. Robinhood, you know, just in my own opinion, looks like a shop that was put together by a bunch of people in crypto that didn't know the rules. They're doing shit in there that is just absolutely mind-blowing. So the point was made that like in December, they were already caught for screwing all of their customers over by making sure that they got the worst price possible instead of the best price. And so that's something that like the industry is like a standard, the best price guarantee, that your broker's supposed to endeavor to get you the best fill, you know, and they're your broker. In real estate, your broker, you know, has a responsibility to bring, two parties together to facilitate a transaction. If you represent somebody, then you have a fiduciary responsibility to somebody. Your broker in stocks is not the same as like your brokers in Forex. In Forex, like FXCMs and Owandas, Gain Capitals, those guys are called introducing brokers, or IBs. And the term is very literal. Most people don't give it any thought as to exactly how literal it is. But introducing broker means they're going to introduce someone to someone. And in that statement, it sounds like they have like a single agent relationship with just one party, which they do. Right now, if any of you are not aware of it, there is a class action lawsuit that you can register to settle. This is pretty important for everybody in here who trades Forex. So from 2007, I think the summer of 2007 through the summer of 2020, if you traded on FXCM, on Owanda, on Gain Capital, on Forex.com, you can register for a class action lawsuit because Bank of America was fucking every single person at all of those fucking introducing brokers and was the market maker for all of those brokers. This is right now. I have a website I can give you guys to check if you're part of that lawsuit. If any of you trade on it, you're going to be paid out based on your volume of trading for basically the inefficiencies Bank of America made sure that we all suffered for over a decade. I'll go and get that website for you guys, because anybody who traded, you're all party to it. Anybody who was a client of any of those IBs is entitled to basically, as part of the settlement that's issued in March. So I'll get that in for you before the show finishes. So introducing broker in Forex, if you know, Forex is always, for most of any of your trading careers, has been commission free. But no one ever asks, how do you achieve commission-free trading? And the fact is, right, everybody out there wants something for nothing. So it's incredibly attractive to say, come trade capital markets and pay nothing. And you obviously know there's always a hidden cost. So with introducing brokers, it's just like it sounds. They introduce you to somebody. In this case, in Owanda and Forex.com and Gain, they introduce you to Bank of America or Citigroup. When I first started, Citigroup was the major market maker, banking partner behind like Owanda and FXCM. Maybe that's changed, maybe there's multiple partners, but Bank of America is the one on the hook for this class action. What happens is, right, for Owanda and FXCM are structured as a client, as a broker with a responsibility to Bank of America to bring in a customer. They're to introduce something to their customer. We're basically the food. The entire way Forex is structured is to make you the food of the system. If you think about it, they give you like 100x leverage in the United States. They can give you, 400 or 500 overseas. Just ask yourself, when the fuck has anyone ever given you 100 times your money to do shit, right? If you want to go buy a house, the bank doesn't give you 100 times your money. If you want to go buy a car, the bank doesn't give you 100 times the money to buy the car. And if you want to start a business, they won't give you 100 times your money to do that either. But in Forex, BitMEX and crypto, it seems that these institutions are dying to give you 100 times and 300 times and 500 times your money. You have to really think about, why in the world would anyone do that for you? You don't have good friends that would give you 100 times your money, so why do places that let you sign up in fucking 5 minutes give you hundreds of times your money? The reality is, for banks, there isn't enough liquidity in the order books from any of you to fill what they need. They ultimately go to the spot market and trade against retail traders and then use futures to hedge out what they do in the spot market and take delivery of currency. But in order to have enough currency to fill the liquidity that your institutions need, your banks need to be counterparty to equity markets and real estate markets, you need hundreds of millions and billions of dollars of liquidity, which the little guy generally doesn't have. But if you take all the little guys and put them together and you give them all 100 times their money, you can incinerate their asses sub a penny movement in currency, which is exactly what they do. Institutions at that size don't fucking trade in pips, don't trade in the fourth decimal place of a currency. You really think about it, the euro going from $1.20 to $1.19 is a 1 penny move. There are people that would take a $10 to $15 million position inside of a half a cent and get fucking destroyed in that. And that's the point. By marking up your money so much, you guys create the grease in the wheel to allow the currency market to move. That's why they amplify your fucking money to that degree, so that you can create at this micro level the grease to move a penny across millions and billions of dollars of our marked up capital. So it's to create the dynamic for the bank to operate. It's not for you. That's why it's commission free. You're the fucking food. That's how Forex is structured. That's why Forex seems to go right after your orders, because it's a market taker system. It means that you must take the bank's offer and you must sell to the bank's bid. You cannot enjoy the best pricing in the bid or the best pricing sell on the offer. You must take the worst pricing and be in exactly the counterparty position to a fucking bank that has everyone's order flow. When you really think of it, Forex is made to kill you. It's not made for you to go make a profit. It's made to extract capital from us. When you talk about capital markets, they talk about capital formation. Where do you think the capital is formed from? We're the fucking capital formation. They're not coming here for us to all have an equal shot. They're coming here to rob us. And all of the bells and whistles of trading in capital markets is designed to put you in the dinner plate. What happened with stocks that was incredible is that you see them come across and do a market taker system with Robinhood and say, hey, commission-free trading in stocks. Well, I know why you do commission-free trading in Forex, and I understand what introducing brokers do, but your brokers in stocks aren't introducing brokers. They are supposed to just facilitate a transaction, and if anything, make sure you get the best price execution. For Robinhood to take a fee by selling your order flow to Citadel and then deciding to get you the worst possible price to get the best rebates for themselves is criminal, to say the least. They're acting directly against the interest of their customer base at that moment. Citadel, as a market maker, has a right and the ability to purchase stock in front of the order flow of Robinhood that they're selling to them. So Citadel can actually trade directly against the positioning of Robinhood while fucking kicking back a fee to Robinhood for giving them the data to do it. The thing that's really different is, with algorithmic high-frequency trading, they don't just front-run your order flow. They can trade directly against the order flow. If you guys have watched, there's a high-frequency video from many years ago that explained the mechanics of how high-frequency trades execute at the exchange. Most people don't know the mechanics of that either. But you can technically send an order as an HFT behind my market order, and you can actually be behind my market order and jump in front of it, execute, and fill me from the market. That is the kind of shit Citadel is doing. They're actively fucking you inside of Robinhood. They're trading directly against the brokerage's customers, and Robinhood is taking the highest possible fee to feed your ass to them. That's Forex shit in the stock market. I don't know how Robinhood came into this market doing shit like that, but it literally, you open a fucking can of worms, and you are clearly acting against your customer base. That fucking platform needs to be closed the fuck down. It is a fucking scam bucket shop to screw people into the ass. So that's all kinds of memos to explain IBs and what's happening in the stock market. TD Ameritrade and all these guys who followed into this, to give commission-free trading. If you notice, Interactive Brokers didn't do that. Lightspeed Trading didn't do that. Those are institutional platforms. They're institutional players who trade on those platforms. We don't want commission-free trading. I'll pay the fucking commission to get the best fucking price. Most people don't even give any fucking thought process to what's in the spread as far as commissions go. If you take Forex and you buy 100,000 units of euros, and you go in and out for 2 pips, you're paying $40 transaction fee. By taking the worst possible price in a 2 pip spread, your commission is actually $40 per transaction. Nobody even thinks of that. Gladly pay fucking $5.99 to fucking bid and get fucking 100,000 at the best possible price and get fucked up the ass for 40. But no one thinks of that. They just want commission free. And if you want something free, motherfucker, they're going to give it to you in a way you don't want. So, this is kind of the thing. The crowd is asking to be fucked because the crowd wants something for nothing. And when you sit there and ask somebody, just imagine somebody goes, hey man, can I have your car, bro? What'd you do that guy? You don't know this person. I want to have your car. It looks really nice. For nothing. You'd punch him in the fucking face. When you go up to fucking, a brokerage and say, hey, I want to trade in the stock market and get rich for fucking nothing. Okay. I'm not going to punch you physically in the face, but I'm going to punch you in the face, motherfucker. I'm going to feed your ass to a fucking shark for fucking being stupid. That's what the industry is doing to people. Because you want something or nothing? Yeah, motherfucker, you asked for that shit. Somebody's going to give it to you. So, in the industry, now you have people who want to get in. You have the least sophisticated trader with no money coming in and wants to pay nothing because I'm opening my account with $500. I don't want to pay a fee from that. I have no money. So they want to participate in a system like this. And, unfortunately, greed has created a dynamic where many of these brokers abandon their responsibility to their traders and fed them to the fucking shark, open-endedly. So that being said, for AOC to actually have the conversation and get that expose on Citadel's structure and the fact that Citadel not only was a market maker, but then had another company under its umbrella that actually bailed out the company that got fucked by what they were doing, is all kinds of conflicts of fucking interest is going on in there. So to see Citadel's all around this fucking equation, not only making money from fucking trading the order flow coming out of Robinhood and GME, and having Melvin on the wrong end of it, putting money into Melvin to buy a stake into Melvin, and he gets crippled from what they're fucking participating in on the other end. It looks like some gangster mob level shit. So the fact that AOC has that all on Twitch now, that amounts to just evidence, and there is no fucking call the White House and put the brakes on the market when fucking the entire Congress is selling out fucking stocks in February because the House Intelligence Committee knows fully about coronavirus while Donald Trump's not telling us about coronavirus, and the House Congress members are dumping fucking stocks in front of everybody. Then the funds that know are dumping behind them, and the bag holder is the fucking Joe Public, who doesn't have the intel that they have, as your fucking representatives are using the intel and as a public servant trading in front of the fucking people that they are responsible to, and then financially devastating them in the middle of COVID. There is no one to call to get the White House to stop the broker and fucking stop the trade and stop this to save you. But somehow fucking somebody in Melvin had access to get to the White House, to get the White House to call and intervene in one stock trade you fucked up on because you don't have risk management to put a fucking stop in or fucking hedge your delta out with some fucking options. You're a fucking monkey, and you got money from fucking Citadel, and you put more of it into the same fucking trade because you're fucking got 2-digit IQ. That's crazy as fuck. We have a pandemic, and the president's been in office for a week, trying to undo massive damage from the last administration, and they have time to make a phone call on a bad stock trade. This looks terrible. And for Biden to walk in and have himself fucking get into this, what the fuck kind of leverage do you fucking have to get the president to fucking make a phone call for your shitty stock trade while he's in the middle of a pandemic? That looks crazy in every different fucking direction you could look at it. And that's what we're seeing today. So if this goes towards Congress, I'd love to see the conversation AOC had get expanded upon and the real fucking bones of the situation be fully exposed as to what these market makers are doing to make their money. What is HFT about? Because ultimately these funds aren't trading against one another. Their only targets the fucking crowd. 1%er, a billionaire doesn't make $1 billion off another billionaire. You don't sell a guy a can of Coke for $1 billion. You sell a bunch of idiots one can of Coke for $1 and you sell them 1 billion cans. That's how money's made. So they're not designing HFT to fucking fight each other. They're only designing the whole thing around all of us to feed off of the fucking easy meal. And what's worse is our brokers are now fucking actively helping them for a fucking fee. So that's the state of the market today, which is brought us to the situation that we're seeing. And it's pretty fucking amazing to see that actually happen. So that's like a long ass fucking opening memo. I don't talk that much. I do talk that much, just not right now. So yeah, that was a lot of stuff to give you guys some up-to-date catch-up stuff. So yeah, AOC stream is really good. If you guys didn't watch it, I would go check it out. There were some really good points that were brought out in very simplistic terms that a person that's not really market savvy could still understand. And I think that's pretty important to not have things in a place where the average person cannot understand it and really understands the criminality of what goes on in Wall Street to make that business do what it does. Blind trust in the people in Wall Street is only insane. Their only money is made, their money is made by doing things diametrically opposed to the public good. And that's all markets. In order for me to have a great deal in a foreclosure, somebody's got to have a bad deal selling it. That's the only way it works. And, some of the conversations we saw on CNBC were pretty mind-blowing. This piece of shit Scott that was debating Chamant in that video that's gone viral, you can hear the fucking disdain in Scott's voice for the little guy making $1 fucking dollar. And Chamant called him on it. He's like, oh, we really want to see everybody make money. No, you fucking don't, bitch. Because if we make money, your people that are coming on that show aren't. It's a zero-sum game. When we kill shit, the reason crypto hates our guts is because they're on the wrong end of us. They don't like anybody making money that's not them. Nobody does. No, they don't want the crowd to make money. And to see that this shit got heightened to the level of the White House when one fund fucked up, who the fuck do all of you call when fucking the market's crashing in 2008 to stop the trade and undo it because you're in trouble? It's an insane thing. And when you can get everybody, the media, to collude to fucking completely shame the fucking small trader, you can get the fucking White House involved, you can get Congress involved, you can get the presses to fucking stop. That's your moment to really look and see what the game's about. This entire capital market structure, free market, complete bullshit. The entire thing is designed to feed on the crowd. Human capital, that's what we are. We're the fucking animals on the farm. We're not on the same level of people that are fucking running the institutions. They only intend to feed on us, and they do not regard you as a peer or an equal. You are not supposed to make money in this game. That's what's so funny about what we do. We look like idiots. So we're fucking meme characters sitting here on the internet, and we fucking outclass fucking top tier fund managers for years on end, looking like idiots. The problem is that so many people believe there's an imagery that goes with fucking market intelligence. That's one of the things about this, right? Reason I say bias is a killer. What exactly do I have to dress like to tell you to get out of the fucking road? There's a car coming and you're going to die if you keep standing there. Do I need to have on a fucking $5,000 suit to be fucking accurate? There's a car coming to hit your ass? No, not really. Only if you're a fucking monkey. But the reality is most people need a white guy in a suit to tell them the truth. And boy, if you fucking need that, they're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. It's a dangerous situation. So hopefully that gives you guys some market intel to kind of think about. They don't make billions in these funds by doing anything to the benefit of the little guy. And there isn't anyone else to make money from in capital markets. There's not fucking aliens, so the only person to fuck is you. And so always be aware of that, right? Markets are about the best deal that you can get, whether it be stock market or real estate market or buying a business. You're trying to get the best price, the best deal to get the best return on the money you're willing to put in. Everybody is. That's the goal. Unless you're in a distressed position, you get forced out of your position. No one's trying to go in here and lose money. But if you understand that all money in here is not created but is transferred from one party to another, someone's got to lose. And for someone to make a lot of money, a great amount of people have to lose a little money. So markets aren't about socialism. And the fact is, when you see CNBC go up in arms about these guys making all this money in a way that we don't approve of, they can't possibly be buying the stock on fundamentals. Bitch, do you think everybody in this fucking country buying stock buys it on some fucking benchmark approved fundamentals that's approved by CNBC? Why the fuck don't they ask that question about all the people buying into Funko before it goes off a fucking bridge? Or any of these crazy spikes in Chinese EVs? Were you buying on a specific fundamental that we all approve of when you were buying it here spiking up 36%? Bitch, you don't give a fuck till you all lost. That's the real of it, right? All the crazy market pumps you've seen, Tesla's flying with no fucking earnings. What fundamentals were people buying on? The entire CNBC was complaining that Tesla had no earnings for fucking last half a decade and was fucking overvalued, right? The same fucking people that said that there's no fundamental basis for Tesla to be where it is never fucking stopped the press and say, why the fuck are all of you buying it? Because as long as the crowd wasn't making anything ridiculous, they don't give a fuck. How are you going to tell me that some piece of shit anchor on CNBC should tell me what the fundamental basis I'm allowed to participate in a free market is? Do you realize what level of bullshit that piece of shit Scott was saying on CNBC? That motherfucker should be fired. He only hated the fact the crowd made money. He has no fucking concern for the crowd but to see them suffer. It's disgusting and really should be taken out. It's fucking disgusting because they truly despise you and don't want you to make a fucking penny. And it pissed them off for one day to see it not work the way that they've always known it. Think about all the fucking guys they brought on who told you horseshit and the market went the other way and they brought them back to do it again and kept bringing them back to do it again and they were wrong every fucking time, misdirected the shit out of the whole country and somehow have more capital under management and keep getting invited back? What the fuck do you think's going on over there? They are only fucking you. This is the exact reason I do this, tell you exactly what's going on. I don't pump shit or any of that. I just do actual market analysis that's accurate and usable because they're all fucking scumbags. Their only game to make money is to fuck you. There's no technical analysis or any of that shit. Just that guy's got money and he's got it here. Get him to put it in the market. They're robbing people. Period. That's all they're fucking doing. And that's all businesses. If no one makes a handsome profit by doing the best for you, that's what we all wish. But most people are pieces of shit. And if you fucking treat people like most of the people you met in your lives, you'll never be surprised by the shit you see in the markets. It's just a reflection of all the shitheads you met in real life. Alright. More memos. Alright, I'm done with memos. Let's go look at some charts and shit. What is this thing doing? Why is trading view so slow this morning? This must be me. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. First up. So, any of you that watched AOC, I hope you guys saw it. Did you see the amount of fucking times Doge came through that chat? That was Wall Street Bets inside her show. That was an epically funny pump. They did it right in the Congresswoman's show. So I don't know if she got it, but I think after the show she might figure it out. But that was pretty fucking hilarious. What am I not doing right here? Oh, no, it's main charts. So where is it? Oh, this is Doge. Here it is over here. You guys remember that? We did this on the show too. You guys had asked about AMC, like literally the day before it fucking went crazy. I forget who asked it, but one of you asked it, like, oh, this thing was like shit. But we looked at this volume. So if any of you caught this guy too, and that's what's really cool. Many of you have brought up stuff that there's so many things moving. I would never have been able to look and catch so many of the things on this. I caught an amazing play on this, and I wouldn't have found this unless you guys actually suggested it. And that's kind of like what I like most about this, is that we have a good synergy in doing this. You guys suggest ideas, and I do my best to break them down in a way that they make sense to anybody of any skill level. And I think this is, the best thing you could actually do together in a marketplace is try to work together and actually not set people up for failure. I could absolutely put you guys on the wrong end of shit and just trade against that, if I didn't understand how to read price structure. At the end of the day, that's all is ever happening in the markets, you understand? For this to happen is there's somebody on the wrong end, which is what this massive spike is. For this situation to pump like this, there's a ton of people that were sleeping on Doge, last night. The markets aren't about everybody making money. They're about the few. And that's what value is. Value is a scarcity that has utility. So it's never about socialism. The universe hates a socialist. So when people sit there and cry like everyone's supposed to make money, nobody wants everybody to make money. They just cry when somebody made money that's not them. It's just bullshit that people tell each other to fucking justify they're not part of it. It's only manipulation when you're not in it. You think anybody that's long this cares this manipulation the way it is? All markets are manipulation. What the fuck do you think this is? Hey, AOC, Doge. 250,000 people later, boom. Is that my manipulation? Or is that markets and perception arbitrage? What do people justify as manipulation in markets anyway? I think that's the funniest thing I see people say. Oh man, that's totally manipulated over there. It's like, really? So do you have an accurate insight onto some market that is totally not manipulated and are choosing to be in the manipulated one because you're fucking stupid? That's basically what people are saying, right? This market's manipulated. This market's manipulated. Show me the market that's not. Let's start there. Anybody? Show me a market that is not manipulated. And why the fuck aren't you trading only in that one? Whenever someone tells you that stupid manipulated shit, throw that in their face. See what they do with it. It's pretty funny. People just talk out their ass. It's only manipulation when you didn't get it. So, but that was Doge last night. That was pretty funny. There's some savages over on that fucking thing. This is, what exchange is this? This is Polo. Well, I use Polo because I got all my good old TA on here. Oh, I guess not. I don't have it on here. I thought it was on this chart. Well, I don't have it in here, but Doge did some shit on some other exchanges. Let's see, Doge, BTC. Where is he at? We'll do Binance. Yeah, he got like 250. 250. Pretty hilarious. So, God help us if Wall Street Bet decides that fucking this halting shit they're doing is a nightmare. They're going to come to crypto because they must not know about crypto exchanges reliability just yet. But if you thought halting was fucking a pain in your ass, wait till you put enough volume through this shit. You're going to find out. What's he say? Johnson & Johnson's COVID vaccine is highly effective and it's a one-dose vaccine. Pretty interested in that guy too. So, yeah, pretty cool shit. All right, so now you guys have been posting for a minute. I got to catch up on what in the world you guys did in here. What is that? Cash needs help from AOC. Damn it, man. I have no idea why the audio wasn't working this morning. That's pretty fucking crazy. Alright. I wonder what he's charting. Everybody wonders that. That's my prep before we start, so I know some things to look at. So, I did write down some things that... Ivy. You see this? This is what I have to work with right here. Fucking got my notes. Got a fucking piece of pussy sitting on my notes. Ivy, you can't sleep on daddy's notes or you can't go over stocks. I know. Daddy's always ruining your slumber. Alright. What did I definitely want to check out here? So brokers I thought were interesting to check out, right? So this is the broker ETF, IAI. This has CME, this has Schwab, this has TD Ameritrade in it. I think this is going to be probably an interesting place to keep eyes. The entire broker complex that's now like in the radar of Congress. If this goes forward anymore, and I think it will. So dudes in here like Schwab, they look like that. I think we've gone over this on the show, right? These guys are in big bull flags, and we drew this out. They blew out, and now this major pullback has this situation in it. This is really key as to whether or not this is going to turn into a fake break or restructure out to give us a chance to play an extension that is tied to the fundamentals of what we clearly see as a day trading boom of epic proportions. So yes, these guys have crazy volumes, should be making crazy money, but now we've got a situation that we definitely have to see how it pans out. So for now, you got a 2B on the high on Schwab, and most of these brokers don't look as healthy as we'd like to see. IBKR, he's part of this, shutting down his fucking his markets right now. So we looked at this. I think I'm missing some drawings here. I hear a lot of jingling. I'm gonna catch up on what all that is in a second. God damn it. Yeah, I freehanded. You get the idea. So that was a bull flag break he's got, and we ultimately need to see him do another structure within the range he's setting right here. Whatever he's gonna fucking do. Well, that was a terrible shockwave. Let me try it again. He could even do that, right? That's what we'd wait to see, if he's going to do it like sideways or if he's going to lean into a more, normally structured bull flag. We're going to wait to see what happens, because there's going to be a lot of news flow now in this particular shockwave. So this should be pretty interesting to see what we get if this is going to continue. But that's what we're looking for. If the bull wave of day trading doesn't stop and this doesn't fucking derail it somehow. The big worry is that, the last time you ever saw them this pissed off at the retail trader, PDT happened next. Pattern day trader law. So when the internet bubble blew the fuck up, why did I do that? As 100. Oh. Is that where I put that? Okay, well, I need to put this on something. I never know which symbol I stick this shit on sometimes. I lose track of them. I was wondering where the fuck this has been. Sweet Jesus, I never know which NASDAQ symbol I stick shit on. Well, yeah, there's the emoji cycle. Anyways, so when this emoji cycle happened, right, they managed to, let me get some of this eggplant TA off of here real quick. Get the old chart back up. Good deal. What a good one to stumble upon an accident and totally didn't know which one this was anymore. So right, when this situation happened, right, they never cried about who's buying on fundamentals or whatnot, but when the apocalypse hit, they blamed this entire crash. Well, they blamed this part, right, the blow off of 2017 Bitcoin, they blamed this part on Robinhood effectively of that day. Your day traders didn't have pattern day trade laws. You could open an account with $500 and you could trade as much as you could. If you had the money to pay for commissions, you could trade all goddamn day. So the trading activity of the retail trader was actually far crazier than right now. The difference is there's far more retail traders today, 20 years later. Back here, the retail trader with small money could do far more transactions. That was one of the big differences. So they put in a law after blaming this, not on the hedge funds or anybody who's pushing this that has the actual money to push a multi-trillion-dollar wave. They blamed this on fucking kids in college with fucking like a couple $100s, and then introduced pattern day trader. They introduced it on February 27, 2001. So after the market fully collapses, this is important to realize in this cycle how they did this, right? So they start that shit on CNBC and start to do exactly what Scott did. These people are unsophisticated. They don't deserve to be in the market. They fucking don't know what they're doing. They create instability. And somehow the market was totally normal until the little guy traded it, right? Then they shit all over him and did exactly what they're doing, painting it as somehow this small group of people caused an international disaster and pinned it on the back of them and basically cooked the audience to believe that the crowd is responsible, which gets the public support to create a law to fix a problem they sold you was a problem. That's called problem, reaction, solution. They basically hype a problem that's not really a problem to get you pissed off enough to allow them to pass legislation that you want, which actually fucks you. It's the craziest shit, but it works like a fucking charm. So that law passes after the entire crash happens, right? The NASDAQ blows the fuck up. They introduced PDT right here on February 27th. Right there. What? Fucking son of a bitch. It wasn't on. My bad. Try that again. A smarter person would zoom in, but I'm not a smarter person. I'm going to work with this zoom. And I'm going to struggle to hit the 27th. There it is. So, right there, they create a law to say that if you've got less than $25,000, you can no longer trade more than 3 round trips in a week. And basically lock out the bulk of America. Because at this point in time, the average American household's got $8,000 in debt. So by creating a rule like this, you took working Joe Public the fuck out of the entire market. Then you consolidated what you'd done and then ran it up again without Joe Public in it. Joe Public found a way to come back. Oops, what am I doing? Joe Public found a way to finally come back, right, and participate in this trajectory blow off. And it has a steepening trajectory. If you see it, it's a steeper trajectory than this grind. That's exactly the thing you watch that's dangerous. The acceleration comes from the exponential growth of demand over supply. It arcs towards 90 degrees. So the trajectory arcing is kind of a sign of the rate of inflow into the marketplace. So this right here, this is pretty much where the day trader revolution happens after COVID, because everyone's stuck at the fucking house. So literally the trajectory arcs right here, and you've got an epic wave of Joe Public just finally being back in the marketplace after being basically shit out of the marketplace back here, and then having the media just shit on the entire market and shit on you, then shit on Obama, shit on the Fed, shit on everything. Now, don't you ask yourself, the entire 8 years that Obama's bull market was happening, who the fuck is the buyer if everybody at home was being kicked out of it? Right? Who's not buying on good fundamentals to get it all the way up here if Obama's got no fucking economy and the Fed's doing everything? Well, who's the buyer for this poor fundamentals that you're not calling the White House to stop? It's just bullshit, right? And guess who the exit strategy is? Guess who is going to be fed all of this shit that they fucking picked up here while they told you not to touch it? This is the only way markets work, you realize, right? If the institutions and CNBC said, hey guys, I think the market's a great deal right here, and you all showed up right here, after that, there's an absence of demand, and you are all it. That's the only way this can work, is to make sure you don't touch it here, and you love it here, and then get the fuck out. And this has a scary similarity to that trajectory, right? We look at the purple structure. God damn it. Yeah, I'm a weird person. All right, here we go. This part right here, is effectively that part right there, right? So that actually is a good idea to grab a chart for you guys. Hold on, I gotta get off this screen share. It'll fucking explode if I try it. Let me get a cool chart for you. You'll like this. One sec. Where'd I put you? How much time do I got? I know I burned time like a motherfucker, don't realize it. 8:51, holy crap. So unbelievable. Oh, this is pretty funny. You guys gotta see this, just for shits and giggles real quick. So, to get the levels to trade fucking Doge last night, I had to whip out the 2014 Cripsy levels, but there's still money. That's our top level where we all dumped this thing, was our 250s. That's the top last night. That was one of our levels. This would have been the max. But these are Cripsy fucking levels from 2014 that we used last night. It's pretty fucking funny. So, yeah, what's old is new again. Love me some Doge. Alright, where is that chart I want to get you guys? Oh, wait, did I not put it back on the screen yet? Oh, yeah, I did. Alright, where'd I put you? Yeah, I'm going fast, I know. He's like, oh, the secret goodies. Stop the trade. Oh, where's that? Give me. You guys are like, what's in here? There's so much stuff. You're welcome to take a screen grab and try to figure it out. Let's see, where did I stick this thing? See? Original emojis. What's that on? I don't know what it's on. Yeah, that's on the NASDAQ. I'm looking for a chart for y'all. Alright, I'm sharing too many secrets. Hang on. I'll get this thing up and find it. Where the heck did I put you? I think I'm staring at this thing. Am I crazy? Oh, dude, it was right in front of me. Fucking idiot. So this is what I call the real crash cycle. And this is like, the crash cycle that everybody was taught that emoji cycle's on is this part, just over here. But if the crash cycle study that everyone has to learn, the emotion structure of price came from the crash cycle of the internet bubble, what happened after the internet bubble? It didn't just turn off, right? So I find it interesting that everyone limited themselves to just this part of the cycle, right? What's in the purple bubble and what's in the orange bubble. This is and I gave these some pretty cool names, but we'll talk about that later. So when you look at this, right, we know that markets per what I have on the blogs, and if you guys studied, are a fractal thing. Human behavior repeats. Maybe the scale of it changes because of the number of participants, but our behaviors are very, very simplistic, and our motives are the same. So what I found was that the cycle can repeat in different amplitudes, and this is what this was about, right? So this is your initial crash cycle. This is the arbitrage of perception, right? The arc. And this is the winter of your discontent. This is your reflation trade, and this is your backbreaker. And then this all can happen again. So this is basically the beginning of this cycle again. So I drew this out, and I could have segregated it, right? You have the slow grind, and then you have the trajectory blast off here. But you're in that here. And you can see it, right? It gets to here to about where 3-4 is. See where 3-4 is? And then you get the FOMO of the pattern, the home trader, and you get the arc. That's what you're seeing right now. So, right? You have right here, and then the pattern day trader shows up, and then markets go fucking crazy. Can you see it? It's the larger version of this shit over here. But it's exactly structurally identical to it. Even to the point where it fucking took off. That's why I had marked the 3-4 right here. This should be where it goes absolutely fucking haywire. And this is exactly where it did. So if it's anything structurally like this guy, and the sentiments are where they are, and CNBC wants to kill the fucking guy at home, there's a whole lot of shit that reminds me of 1999, 2000 right now that I haven't seen in 20 years. And CNBC going hard to crucify the guy at home, to demonize him, to get action taken against him, to stop him from having a chance. That's exactly what this shit was in the winter of your discontent, the orange bubble. They fucked the person at home after fucking him on the way up, and then fucked you some more, and then lied to your ass up here, then shoved you in it, and then shit all of you again. That's markets. So this is really important where we are and what goes down with the situation. If Congress really steps into this, it gets a lot crazier. That's why I've been saying like serious caution is warranted where we are and what's going on and the sentiments that we see, and seeing something like fucking, a fund lose to the crowd. That's all reminiscent of this era. When the crowd began to have something, they take it away. Because this dynamic doesn't work if you have money too, right? Nobody likes socialism. The hedge fund's not going to be able to amass billions of dollars if you're not losing billions of dollars. That's where the money's coming from. They're not getting billions from somebody else. They're fucking us. So this is pretty important to understand. So that being said, right, we're in a crazy place and it does warrant some caution. We managed to break high, then the blue segment can continue. But like this is one reason, let it get there now. We're in a place that it looks kind of dangerous and the market's kind of crazy. So we want to watch, the VIX. I'm not doing a lot of symbol reviews today. We got to kind of cover some things that I want to make sure everybody's kind of like up on. So looking at the VIX right now, we talked about this dude blowing out of this shockwave. What in the world is going on there? that's a glitch. So he did exactly what we thought. He blew out of the shockwave. He made a shockwave pretty clean to see. He blew up. This zone is a key zone. It's on the old VIX chart that's sitting on front trading view. 37 by 44, critical area. 43 is 911. So we got to basically on this spike we eclipsed the Capitol riots and are just inside of like going fucking like 9/11 level fears. That's pretty fucking crazy for where you're at right now. That the fear gauge is indicating something like that. We managed to fucking eclipse this high, right? I know I drew a bunch of crap on here, but as far as the wave structure goes, turn this off real quick. Right, you can see it. It's your high to your next high to your next high to here. Right, this is basically a stop run and you broke low. So right here is danger. Oh my god, I'll get this right. It's a free hand challenge. God damn it. In this area, he blows through this range. This is not a good situation. If this arcs up and gets through here, right, he kills the downtrend. He never cracks 21. You've been in like a risky position pretty much for a calendar year. He gets back up to this shit, and it's only fucking dangerous, right? If we blow back up to something like here, we're going to like a flash crash, 1921 type, pullback. And in 1921, we talked about this. I know we have this show called Wonder Woman 1921, so I might as well put this on here. Which chart gets me back to 1921 again? Not that one. DJI. Not that one either. Oh my god, I'm gonna get this right. Don't worry, I have it saved somewhere. I'll just get it. Uno momento. 100 years of Dow. There it is. All right. All right. There's the old Dow 100. Fucking, what's going on over here? So I don't want all that stuff on it though. Let's just get back in time. So the 1921 structure we talk about, right, after their pandemic in 1918, you had like a miniature crash that happens that we talked about many, many shows ago. And so this is our danger, is that, Jesus. You get this, right, the 2B, and a corrective structure that managed to pull back and dump out the COVID low. This would be the COVID low back here that is going to stop run if it does this structure. And then does the roaring 20s. The climate you have right now, and to have an arc like this happen with like Wall Street bets having literally billions of dollars, could you imagine if an arc like this happens while the crowd's got billions? No way. They got to get those motherfuckers out. So in order to run it up, just like they did it in Obama's era, they had to kick you out first and then make you stay the fuck out and then let you come back up here and then fuck you in the ass again. Likely this is the part where the crowd got to participate. They weren't in any of this. This is where they are, and then they fucking flush them down the toilet and they kick them out and they run up again. So this is the danger right now. This VIX really pumps, then this becomes the top of the Dow. So this is, why do I have so little data on this chart? What am I looking at here? Let's use the DJI. Oh geez, I have a bunch of shit on there. We don't need this anymore, do we? Let me see if there's anything on here. This is the eggplant TA. Yeah, this is a linear. This is a logarithmic chart we did something on. Well, whatever. I'll just turn this off for a minute. So this low that was set, recoil. This is the danger. If the Dow comes back to the previous all-time high, you've got a situation that could look like this and lead to a corrective structure. With what's going on Wall Street bets and the climate kind of being like 1999, right, this is dangerous. This is a crash cycle that forms right here like this. It's going to murder everyone first, and then it's going to take off and nobody will be in it. So we're in a pretty interesting spot to watch. I would kind of let the VIX chill out with the VIX where it is right now. Once it spikes like it is, it's north of 30. It's not really the best place to assume risk. You want it to come down some. If it comes down hard, the market will pump. But understand, with it up here, any more rise to the VIX, things get exponentially worse in the markets. So, caution on that. I think I'm running out of time. It's 9:02. So, real quick, appreciate everybody here. This is OnlyFans. For anybody that's not in there yet, there's absolute bangers going on there. This OnlyFans paying rent thing, it's no fucking joke. I think 2 people in here are buying a house right now out of OnlyFans. So, that's pretty fucking crazy. So appreciate everybody that threw some feedback on here and are enjoying the OnlyFans experience. I've gotten some really great DMs from people arguing with their misses about having an OnlyFans. It's fucking awesome and so funny. So I love it. If you guys can see this shit, good old Elon. And for anybody that is a diehard forum goer, we have created Winternomics.eth Reddit. So if you guys are Reddit users, we're going to build this out, and I'm going to build this out in probably bigger than anything I did in Twitter. I'm going to archive lots of historic charts and things you can study in here. We're going to clip many of the shows in here and organize this in a way so that you guys can have like a research portal around what we do, because there's a lot of info, right? There's clips being uploaded right now by some of the guys, and it's a lot just from one show. When you go back for 2 years worth of shows, we have 100 shows alone in the last year. You have a ton of information that has played out and is really useful, but organization is key to getting to use it. So, information is out there for everybody, but it's a matter of how you use it. So we're going to build this out. So you guys are the Redditors that are interested, come find us, Nomics, same as it ever was, over on that spot. And for the rest of you guys that got a piece of this fucking ridiculous fractal, just on the real, where the fuck have you ever seen this? I'm just saying, talk about a perfect match, right? Like we said, the Tesla BRB fractal isn't based on PRLB being the sole player in his space the way Elon and Tesla was. When people do fractal analysis, they're so worried about it looking just alike rather than understanding that the sentiments and belief structures underneath are actually what's alike. That's the thing that's key in a fractal analysis, right? Elon and Tesla was the EVs in the year it built up to pre-COVID era pump. No. Instead, it'd more likely be tied to the mispriced forward valuation of 3D printing. That's what happened to Elon. Mispriced forward valuation of where his position in the system was in a market that had no competitor. They had no fucking idea what he could be valued at. That's the same problem with 3D printing, because the kind of things that people are used to seeing come from 3D printing, they can't forward, imagine these things printing parts of spaceships in orbit. So it's the mispricing of space cash that was really the basis of this, because 3D printing, as you can see, is becoming a very important industry very rapidly. So this was perfect. So any of you guys that caught this one, kick ass. This was a pretty money one. This is definitely going to go in the gallery. This will end up in Reddit in the art gallery of past works. So more to come in OnlyFans. For all you guys that are enjoying it in there, appreciate you. I'm loving doing it. It's kind of cool to have basically a gallery for all the work without all the Twitter trolls, harassing you the entire fucking time. You can just make money, and you can learn some things about how to do analysis, Kathy Wood analysis. That one's only funny. You got to be an OnlyFans to read that. All right. So that's that. Dow Jones. I'm out of time. So, caution that we have on the VIX, things that we talked about in DXY that kind of line up with the VIX. You don't want to see DXY strength. You want him to fade again. You want the VIX to fade again. These things happen. Then, there's risk assumption. But if the VIX, opens and starts to go north of his open and gets positive and gets stronger, caution's advised while the VIX is sitting fucking up in this area. It'll take the big cap names down off a cliff really fucking fast. That being said, looking at this is just a clean, a good backup look at the VIX right now. I'm gonna put it on this chart just so I don't have drawings real quick. And with this chart with no drawings on it to kind of muddle it, that's our concern. This thing fucking rotates and does that shit. Houston, we have a fucking problem. So pay attention to the VIX. He's in a crazy place. As far as looking at it historically, 30s is high, right? Beyond this, they're climactic events where you are. 32 is very high. So he's hit 37. If he doesn't manage to fucking get real strength and trend higher and push back north of this 32 spot he's in, through the 37 floor into the 37.44 zone, that's a really good thing. If he can fade from here, we get gas again, the market pushes up one more time. So you get a pretty interesting spot. The FOMO with Robinhood and Wall Street Bets is likely not over. Those people have tons of money inside these stocks to figure out how to get exit pumps out of. So that battle is not done yet. If you guys aren't in those stocks getting halted back and forth, they might look really attractive, but there's a ton of things to make money on, and you're always trying to make money with the least amount of risk. So understand these things getting halted and gapping and doing all the crazy stuff only introduces greater risk. And with greater risk, you expect greater rewards. But if you're kind of new to this, your risk management's not in place, don't go rushing for the thing that everybody FOMOs. That's usually how people get killed. Generally, if everybody's eyes are over here, they're not somewhere else. And that somewhere else last night is crypto, right? Everybody's staring at stocks and how do I get my next piece of the next GME? Nobody was worried about getting the next piece of Doge. That's when that happens. So, back up and let this develop a little bit more. There's going to be a lot more news flow with what AOC did and what's going to come out from this. There's going to be class action lawsuits everywhere for everyone getting fucked on these exchanges. Saw people down 400, 500,000 trapped in stuff they couldn't sell yesterday. Ultimately, Citadel's engineered a scheme that's allowed them to bring down the stocks and basically screw everybody that's got long call options for this Friday. That's also part of what people aren't realizing is that market makers on the other end of those fucking call options that, AOC and Goldstein were describing, you have this massive FOMO to buy call options, which forces the market maker to hedge by buying long stock, but he's short the call options. Now he's got Citadel and he's got the market halting to basically bring the stock price back under those options, and he's going to bag those options too. This is incredibly dangerous, but for Citadel to make their trade, they're actually using fucking the government to help them, and the government is helping them. So it's pretty insane, and if this gets really exposed in a good class action, it'll probably be good for the whole industry. They screw enough people for enough money, they're going to get lawyers that have enough power to actually fuck them, which is what we can hope for. People are losing billions in what they did yesterday, and make no mistake, it is billions of dollars that were lost yesterday by retail traders. And the number is big enough that the class action can get big enough, we can get real attorneys that can fucking screw these fucking brokers and bring some amount of fairness back to the crowd, we hope. Man, was that a lot of talking. I hope you guys got all that. So I'm sorry I didn't read through the chats as much. I wanted to kind of cover this market situation and for the hour, and it's kind of hard to squeeze everything, and I wanted to squeeze in here. So I know this is late. Winter Soldiers, Renegades, you guys pretty much gave you an overview of where we're at, and you kind of have all your watch lists. I'm going to go through and just kind of do a quick catch up here, so I'm not going to have much time, but I want to read some of the comments before I leave. I tried to always, reply somewhat. You guys probably read a book because I heard this thing going off the entire time. Yeah, I can't do any reviews on charts today, sorry. Well, I reviewed stuff, just different stuff. Oh, where's that? That 100. Where's it? Bloop. And he's back. For everybody, I'm not going to call them all out, but for everybody that threw bits this morning and subs that they bought for other viewers, I really appreciate you doing that. I appreciate everybody who supports the show. I hope you guys are doing well and, learning and being informed and entertained while we go through markets together. Disciple Simmons, Izzy, Mal, appreciate all you guys. I got to the bottom. You guys didn't actually throw that many symbols in here this time. Cool. So yeah, that's it. It's 9:10. Be careful today. It's Friday. If you've had a good start to 2020, which I think all of us have, don't let this end of week volatility and crazy shit fucking damage you out. If anything, get into the weekend, enjoy your weekend, and let's kind of base out, reset, let this day develop, add some more data to the charts, get a better feel for what this VIX is trying to do, and then come into Monday probably with a better plan. But you don't always have to stay in the market. Keep staying in the market until it takes back your wins. You've had a great run, and we caught a great arc into the all-time highs. Like I said, after your biggest gains come your biggest losses, and it comes from not knowing when to take a breather and step back. Not trading is a trade. And so always having a trade is not necessarily a good thing because there's not always a fantastic opportunity. Great opportunities are seldom had, which means they can't always be a great opportunity you're always in. So, food for thought. Be careful. Come check out our Reddit. We're going to build that out this weekend and start adding some real goodies in there to help you guys learn some more stuff, get some of my archived work from years and years ago in a place that you can find it more easily, and then we can discuss some of the stuff on the show. So, not trading is a trade. Yeah, it is. All the people who didn't buy the fucking bull market of Obama fucking effectively were short the bull market, right? Staying in cash. It is a trade. So, those are mad memos. Clip all kinds of junk. I hope you guys did. Add those. You guys do have clips and stuff. Add them into... let's organize the Reddit so that we have each show have its clips with each show, and that way we go back to bingo, we'll have clips specifically from bingo, and that way because there's so much data coming out of the shows now, it's even hard for me to go back and find stuff from a year ago. I want to do the highlight for the VIX, and that's in a fucking 35-second clip in a 1 hour show fucking 100 shows ago. It's a real bitch. So the more stuff you clip, the easier it is to find things historically when they come around to being worth looking at again. So I appreciate everybody that does clip the shows and helps us out with that. And good Friday to everybody. This is Real Nomics, Wonder Woman 1921. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the flip. Peace out.
Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, Welcome